How's it going, guys? I'm gonna walk you through how to paint your wheels like a pro, and I'm gonna go step by step. First of all, you want to clean them. I power wash them, and then I use some soap and clean microfiber to wipe it down. And some of the wheels had a little bit of grease, so I use degreaser on that to get it off. So after you wash them, you're gonna leave them wet and use 600 grit sandpaper and sand them down. This one is already sanded and washed again, and just a little light water coat. And you could see here how it turned out and how the sand leaves those little marks. You're gonna want those everywhere to make sure that the paint sticks and it won't chip in time. And this one I just finished sanding, and now I'm gonna spray it down a little bit. And it looks like a new wheel, but once it dries, it will still have little marks like that, like white marks. After you're done sanding every single one of them, make sure you wash them again really good, and then take another clean microfiber and just wipe them down completely. You will still have some white leftover stuff, but that won't affect anything. And yeah, once you do that, then you could start applying your paint, but I'll get back to that in a second. All right, so after all of them are sanded, you want to go ahead and wash them one more time, and then let them dry a little bit. And when they're almost completely dry, take another microfiber cloth and start wiping them down to get all the little dust and stuff off. And you could see here, I don't know if you can see from that angle, maybe from here, but you could see like the scratches from sanding them. And make sure you get those little inside areas too. Some of them are really hard to get to, but the paint won't stick if you don't get them. And then once you do that and they're completely dry, there's no more water on them, go ahead and like spray them. And the first coat, you want to do it really, really light. It's a little windy. I went ahead and taped off those valves. Make sure you get all the angles, just a little bit of cover initially. See over there, it dripped a little bit because I went too much. After you get every angle and stuff, after the first coat, you'll be able to see the color. It's harder to see on the black, but it's still there. But once you get a few more coats in, you'll get to see it all. All right, so I moved them in the grass because it was spraying a little bit around the driveway. And this is after 4 to 5 coats, 4 good coats, and the 5th one was just like touch up if I saw anything that I didn't like. And you could see how it kind of has like, oh, by the way, when you paint, if you don't want your finger to hurt, just tape your finger with blue tape and it will distribute the force and your finger will be fine. But this is after like the 5th coat, and you could see how the wheels had two tones, and on the inside they're like darker, and on the outside they're a little lighter, which I really like the contrast. You could see on the car how they're like black and silver, and you could see how the paint, there's enough paint on all the sides, but you just see the difference because one was on a black background and one was on a silver background, and you could see how they all turn out pretty good. And I'll let them dry for another like 10-15 minutes, and then I'll be spraying the clear coat on them. Alright, so after the coats, I let them dry for about an hour, and then I applied 2 or 3 coats of clear coat. It's kind of hard to like tell when you're doing it right or when it's getting applied because you can't really see anything, but it's a lot smoother now, and it has the glossy look on it, and it's supposed to protect them better. So there they are, all 4. I'm about to go get them installed, and then I'll take a little video of how they look on the car. Alright guys, this is what they look like a year later, since I made the video on painting them. They're a little dirty right now because it's winter, but they're still holding up great. I did get a little rock chip there, but it's nothing too serious. Like overall, they look great. Same with this side. The paint is holding up pretty good when all winter with these wheels on, and I'm impressed with how good they're holding up. And that's it.